I'm going to show you how to program both strength and conditioning work using my CXC programming for a Saturday training session, and we're going to start right now. All right, guys, so programming both strength and conditioning in the same session is incredibly nuanced. Now, what I found over the last decade plus is that most people need a balance of both strength and conditioning modalities. Now, you're probably thinking, who are most people? Well, the people I work with tend to be the everyday athlete. They still are concerned with their performance metrics, but at the forefront is their body composition, is how they feel outside of the gym, and managing things like stress, which can come by way of our training, but it can also come by way of things outside of the gym. All that stuff, super important. Now, with our Saturday training session, traditionally with the Conjugate method, you will see a dynamic effort training session for the upper body that's executed on the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. Now, what I found to be prudent is to still use the dynamic effort method for the upper body because we're still focusing on the velocity component of the force velocity curve, but to pair some conditioning work with that in an effort to, one, keep the session efficient. A lot of times the people I work with have a lot of responsibilities. Their weekends tend to be busy. We want to get them in and out. Number two, to add a metabolic demand to the session, more from an aerobic component. And then number three, it adds a level of novelty. A lot of times the type A people need to feel like they're getting a burn. We can do that very effectively by using some strategic measures in this training session and really kind of get the best of both worlds. Now, there's never a perfect solution. If I was able to do just dynamic effort training, of course, I might get more from the strength side of things. If I was going to do just conditioning, of course, I would get more from the conditioning side of things. But this is a hybrid, all right? And it's something that's been done for decades now. People have been doing this for a long period of time. I am not the first person to talk about this, but I'm utilizing this in a very unique way. That if you are the everyday athlete, this might be something you want to experiment with. So, first and foremost, dynamic effort bench press. This is, again, velocity. We are working with light loads executed with maximal intent through range of motion, no hesitation, no grinding of reps. You see, I'm doing this session myself today. I am using 45% of my 1RM. I'm using band tension on the bar, and then I'm ending things with a slow tempo set for extra time under tension. So speed and then slow, okay? So we've got a nice combination of the two. Again, focusing on more time under tension, more hypertrophy with that. Now, as I proceed into my second block of this training session, I am using a complex. Now, you could use a variety of things. We use kettlebells, we use some type of circuit. More or less, you're gonna use some type of circuit that emphasizes training of the upper body. So our horizontal rowing pattern, our pressing pattern, and even I've got a pull-up pattern as well as an overhead carry, as well as a clean. Phenomenal way to increase metabolic demand without having it necessarily take away from what we're trying to do within the confines of a strength session. So a complex will be executed. It is essentially performing all movements in succession without stopping. And then I'm resting about 2 minutes between rounds. Now you could increase that rest even up to 4 minutes. But for the sake of keeping this more on the aerobic side of things, I don't necessarily want full recovery. Now to culminate things for the day, based on what we've done, the amount of pressing volume we've done, the amount of rowing, horizontal pulling and vertical pulling volume we've done, we're doing basically a metabolic stress set of prone lateral raises, okay? Very simple, 3 sets, 15 to 20 reps, again, more in that metabolic stress side of things. And that is the culmination of an entire day where we have a hybrid between speed work with the barbell, we have some metabolically demanding work with our complex, and then we're ending things with just some burnout work for the upper back and rear deltoids. So overall, really phenomenal session. And the best part is that this should not take you more than 60 minutes. Between your warm-up, your training, and your cool-down, you should have about 60 minutes of training. So incredibly efficient and incredibly effective. And for those of you that are, again, concerned with recovery, this is going to give you that added element of improving conditioning, your aerobic system, which affords us the ability to improve recoverability with the ability to really shuttle more nutrients to working muscle, to decrease things like our resting heart rate, which we know is vitally important with our health, our longevity, even how long we live. There's a lot of supported research on that connects aerobic fitness with how long someone lives. So a lot of great benefits here. And again, something I would highly recommend giving a try in your own training. If you like this content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Remember guys, results are king.